Hello, it's me again. It's 3 years, August 25th, 2018. Um, so this is the fourth installment. I had it on the day that I got it back in 2015. Wow, 2015. August. August is very interesting. August is the month that I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed in 2010 with mantle cell lymphoma. It's a rare form of lymphoma. It was stage 4, highly aggressive. Um, so tumors, after tumor after tumor, I went up to 19, and then Stanford told me there was nothing more they can do. I did a stem cell transplant that didn't work. And they said that I needed to see if I can get the CAR-T somewhere. It was a phase 2 trial at the time, or phase 1, and it was done by the National Institute of Health. So this is in 2014, maybe the beginning of 2014, end of 2013 when they told me that. Um, so I contacted them, and they said there was still a couple of other things that they can try before they would put me on the trial. So I had to do a DLI, which is a mini stem cell transplant. So my sister came back, who was my donor, and did a little donation, and they gave me another boost. And that also kind of held me over till then. And then I called them, and they were frozen on their protocols. Um, so I ended up getting a hold of Seattle, and Seattle had it. Fred Hutch, the Seattle Cancer Center, offered it with the Dr. Maloney, and then my local oncologist um, contacted them after I contacted them. So I did all the legwork basically. My doctor encouraged me to get on that clinical trial, and they accept people who are go getters, and somebody, I would fit the criteria. But I contacted them, and they said yes. Fortunately, um, I was still employed, and I had good insurance, so they said take me up there. So I was August 2015, got there, and they explained to me that they were going to get my cells, take them out of my body, modify them in the lab, grow them, and then put them back into me, similar to a stem cell transplant, but it was my own stem cells, and they were going to modify the T cells to go after the B cell lymphoma, which is basically training your immune system to kill the cancer that's in your immune system. Uh, so that was pretty cool. Um, I got one relapse after that. Got it taken care of with radiation, but during that relapse, it felt like the tumor was getting smaller and shrinking, and I was hoping that the my new T cells were doing their job. But after 3 to 4 months of watching it very closely, because I can feel the tumor growing and not growing, it was right here in the back of my neck. And I was very fortunate that it was my 20th tumor, but it was above the chest. Below the chest, I was maxed out on radiation, and I decided to go ahead and help the T cells with radiation. Radiation, everywhere that I gotten radiation, the tumors have not come back. So very lucky that the mantle cell lymphoma to radiation, it works. If the tumor pops up, it'll kill it and stuff like that. But you can only have so much radiation. My torso is maxed out, and I told them do it one more time to get rid of couple tumors down there in my, below the body, the neck. and they said that they didn't recommend it and had to sign a waiver saying that it was against console. And I said, hey, what's going to happen to the tumor if I don't radiate? And obviously it was going to get bigger. So by doing that, I was able to get the DLI. Then that qualified me into get to that. Even though I didn't need to do all that qualification, when I finally got to Seattle, it took me a year and a half of runaround to try to meet the current criteria to get on the current trial. And that's how quickly things change. But I was going for it. I said, hey, I got to do this step, and then I qualified for the holy grail of this expander immunotherapy. It works, but they explained to me that people die from it. It was a phase 2 at this point when I finally got on there. And it's like, well, I do have a stage 4 cancer. I'm going to die anyhow. So, of course I did it, and it didn't work the first time, like I explained in the first video. And I had to go and do it a second time at a full dose. So because the people have passed away before me, they gave me a lighter dose so that wouldn't happen to me. It didn't work, so then they'd give me a full dose. So they put me to the ringer twice. But it worked. So I'm thankful for that, because that's 3 years more that I got to smile, to do what I could do. Side effects, there wasn't really no side effects. I had, previous issues with I guess you could say that a lot of things that I went through, the main priority was to stop the cancer, and that is what CAR-T cell immunotherapy did. The other stuff was from the radiation that I got before that, the stuff in my gut, graft versus host. I shouldn't have gone to the stem cell transplant if there was T cell immunotherapy then. So being part of the trial, kind of like, hey, maybe it'll save somebody to do that. So now there's a protocol, and I guess it's standard operating procedure to treat a leukemia. I have a lymphoma, but they figured out that this immunotherapy works for lymphoma. And there's so many different types of lymphoma, leukemia. You gotta be, lucky if it's the one that this is the cure that works for you. But for right now, it's keeping my cancer away, and I'm here one more day. So thank you, CAR-T. I'm here to party. I just sent out some blood samples back to Fred Hutch, as all I do every week. So the follow-up part is you go there, you get your CAR-T, you go home, and you go through your regular routine of maintenance from your previous cancer therapy. So yes, I do have issues, but it's not from the CAR-T. But you have to keep in mind that when you have the CAR-T, there's going to be maintenance associated with it. So every month I have to get IVIG, which is immunoglobulin, which is kind of the way IVIG is. I get an infusion, and it boosts up my immune system. My immune system 4 weeks later is below normal because it doesn't last. So my theory is CAR-T is taking care of my B cell lymphoma, but I need my B cells to get constantly rebooted because it's doing such a good job. So every month I go in and get an infusion. They have a little port in me, and that's still there for the rest of my life. So it's just like, you fill up your car with gas, you get energy, you go to sleep. And I got to stay on top of it, because you don't want to have no immune system. You need your immune system, especially with all the stuff that's out there. I'm not very much of a germaphobe, but I am finding myself becoming one. What else? So yeah, I'm thankful that the CAR-T has worked, and that's pretty much all that I have for year 4. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, but I dealt with a lot worse before. Um, so right now, cancer free for me with the CAR-T Immunotherapy. Man, I gotta write that down. That's pretty good. Here, hold on. I got a pen. I got a pad. I write that down. CAR-T immunotherapy works for me. Keeps me alive. It keeps me free. So, I don't know. How do I bring this home? I'm just so thankful that I was able to get through the CAR-T and all this other stuff, and keep on going and be here, to be not able to see, but I'm still here. Button. What about there? And then we got notes. Mm-hmm. So there's plenty of things I have to say, and the only one is to stay hopeful, um, have purpose. Don't forget to smile. Um, and be prepared. Let me show you a quick little thing of a chart of my that I did for myself of all the tumors that I had throughout my body, and this was in a total of 5 years. I'm celebrating 8 years now. So the past 3 years, I only got one added to this chart. Look at this. This is my body chart of everywhere I had tumors. You saying CAR-T doesn't work? You know, that's, all I have to say is that's proof that it worked for me. Look at, that's, I did that chart. I'm thankful that I'm able to see, dealing with an infection with my eyes. So that's why I'm wearing the sunglasses. So let me pause this real quick. So here I came inside. I wanted to have Rios say a couple of words about what CAR-T has done for him, or what he sees, his opinion. This is my son Rio again. He's 9. He's a boy. Speak whenever you want.
Well, what I think about CAR-T is that, well, for one, it's not good for you, and 2, it makes you have really, really stinky farts. I don't know how to describe them. Like rotten eggs mixed with poop and everything nasty in the world.
Okay.
So that's what I think of CAR-T.
He doesn't like CAR-T, even though that it stopped my tumors from coming back. All it did was give me stinky farts. So to him, CAR-T was a little warning that, I guess they're talking about my C. diff, and C. diff is the cause of my stinky farts. And that has nothing to do with CAR-T, in my opinion. C. diff came from all the antibiotics that I had due to my low immune system. So, what else? Oh, I gotta introduce you to my wife. Hun, are you around? Do you want something to say? She supports me a lot. I'm lucky. I guess they're not coming. She doesn't want to be a part of it. So to sum up, thank you. And what the heck? Oh my gosh. See, things like that. I would have missed it if it wasn't for CAR-T.